Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reacting to old blog posts back before my blog was just a glorified fanfiction site. A Marvel fanfiction site. And I still post a few things occasionally, but I started doing YouTube instead, so there's that. I mostly just post my stories on my blog, but this was when I used to post actual stuff. So this was my first ever post, January 14th, 2018. I had many blogs before this, I might react to those in another video, but this one we're going to be reacting to this. What is your real name? I said my real name. What's with that background? And it was a recycling environment. I changed my background. How did you get your profile picture looking so good? I just used my iPod Touch and lighting effects. Jeez, dude. Okay, that's enough of that. That is seriously enough of that. Dude, I have no words for how cringeworthy that is. Okay, this officially sorts in a really annoying way, and it's annoying me. About me in FAQ. FAQ part 2. Alright. Here's the, here's some of these weird posts. Alright, I got 6 scary experience. Okay, embarrassing confessions. Alright, this is from January 28th. Let's read these. I never cry over movies, but I brought at the end of La La Land. My OCD brain finds something oddly appealing about authoritarian communism. I'm not saying I support it, just that there's a tiny part of me who wouldn't mind time traveling back and living in the USSR. I'm not really that authoritarian, though, winky face. To me, it just feels like a fantasy novel, and you want to live there until you do a la Hunger Games or Harry Potter. In a similar vein, a part of me always wanted to be a hippie. No, seriously, like real honest-to-goodness hippie. Here's me in my John Lennon costume from last Halloween, lol. You can't see it, but you've probably seen it before if you read my blog, which is littledreamergalaxy.blogspot.com, by the way. I love dill pickles plain. I used to be a Swiftie, and I still have to shake it off. Still true. I can't eat certain cheeses, Kraft macaroni cake, frosting, scrambled eggs, etc. I just can't do it without wanting to gag, and that's not an ooh, I don't like it. That's I literally can't. I am a huge Star Wars fan. I actually like TOJ quite a lot. Maybe it was the class struggle, lol. That wasn't the reason I liked TOJ. Despicable Me is one of my favorite movies, so Bugs Life and Zootopia. I'm still terrified of Chicken Run and the people who make it and anything else they make. I hate that art style so much. I am a sissy when it comes to dogs. Well, almost bit my ass off. That's a story time. I could swivel in an office chair for a long time. I like certain lame songs like Blue Dabba-Dee and Gangnam Style. In Top 40, I listen to that too. I sometimes sleep with my index and middle fingers on my right hand in my mouth. I'm also Linus. I got rid of my security blanket, and I no longer do that, so congratulate your girl up here. Well, I actually lost my security blanket, so I eventually stopped sucking these 2 fingers as well. And I have a lot of stuffed animals. Alright, as another, that is still true. I still have 2 beds of stuffed animals. I can't get rid of them. It's annoying. Alright, video games. Dangerous for your kids. Oh gosh. This is gonna be a funny one, isn't it? Video games. One of the most controversial topics of our time. One of the things that get parents constantly scratching their heads, wondering how their kids got into this mess and how they can save them before it's too late. But don't worry, I'm here to clear some things up. With the media blowing up over violence of late, video games have received a lot of unnecessary hate. I'm here to clear a few things up for parents. News outlets blow things out of proportion. Also, this was from March 27th, actually. Alright. Please keep this in mind when you consider this. Are games really responsible for mass murder? And why is it that it's the very same people who say guns are not a problem, only violent video games are blaming video games? Yes, there have been numerous incidents of health-related deaths due to 50-hour sessions of gameplay, but these situations are rare and often occur in young unemployed adults, outside of their parents' supervision. There have also been many deaths linked between playing games and real-life crime, but the majority of underage video game criminals are playing games they shouldn't be playing in the first place because they are not intended for children. I still agree with what I'm saying here. Video games have a rating system like movies. DSRB rates games E for everyone, E 10 plus T, Now they 27 games rated adults only, equivalent to NC-17. I'm not saying that these guidelines should be strictly followed, but they are guidelines for a reason. Maybe a mature 14-year-old is ready to play Halo. Maybe your 12-year-old gets scared easily, needs to wait on Breath of the Wild. Of course, every child is different. But there are some games no one under 17 or 18 should play. Not all violence is equal. Many games are rated M for violence, but the difference is in the situation. Some games show violence as a realistic depiction of war or suffering. Some games do it for immersion, and some games do it with alien or non-human creatures, but some games are violent towards human beings in realistic scenarios. It's one thing if it's Call of Duty, a war game where people are expected to die. It's a completely different scenario in Grand Theft Auto, where the game focuses on causing havoc for seemingly no reason and being rewarded for it. Yep, not all violence is equal. Studies conducted with sane people show that people become more aggressive feeling after playing, just like they may feel sad after reading The Fault in Their Stars, but no long-term psychological effects have been proven. If someone kills someone because of a video game, it's probably because they already have an undiagnosed mental illness. That said, we shouldn't just let 10-year-olds play Resident Evil 7, nor should we let a 4-year-old play Street Fighter. Keep our ratings in mind as guidelines. I know if your kids have violent tendencies, and get them psychiatric help. Also, watch for little kids watching your older siblings play and kids having nightmares from games. Seriously, if you have kids under 12, just stick with a Nintendo for family gaming. Get your 16-year-old a gaming PC for their room if they want to play World of Warcraft, and keep the siblings away. Also, if you see your kids getting angry during a session, have them take a stretch break or switch games. Oh, and no video games. No, video games will not turn your kids into a serial killer unless they're already a psychopath, but be careful not to give them nightmares and rude behavior, and teach them that it's wrong to abuse women and steal cars. Thank you for reading. Okay, I still agree with a lot of what I was saying there, but that was a little bit a thing. Alright, Gaming Tag. Let's see how this was. March 28th. Alright, this is when I went into my crazy blank phase. It's my all-time favorite video game. Definitely Super Mario Galaxy feels like a second home. Current favorite video game, Breath of the Wild. Enough said. Favorite video game genre, 3D collectathon platformers, side scores, action games. I've been playing video games since I was 8. First game I ever played, Ladybug Pac-Man Clone at the Dentist. What game have you clocked the most hours into? Probably Mario Galaxy or 64. Also Breath of the Wild. Longest gaming session, 5 to 6 hours of breaks. My favorite game developer, Nintendo, Sega, Capcom, Bandai Namco, Ubisoft. Favorite hero characters from game, Link. I like guys with long flowing hair. Is your favorite villain, Bowser? Hated character in any game, Navi STFU. What gaming systems do you own? Wii U and 3DS, phone, iPod, borrowed, and 64. Now I have a Wii, and also I'm going to be getting rid of the 3DS and hopefully getting a Switch. Want to get GameCube or Wii to play GameCube games, SNES games. I do have the GameCube stuff now. What's my first game system? Plug and play. What's my favorite game system? Wii U, because it's the only console I can play both Mario Galaxy and Breath of the Wild on. Prefer to play guy characters or girl characters, whatever's available, gender neutral, or gender neutral if options. Do you follow walkthroughs or play through on your own? I like to play through, but I really trust to Google video. Have you been to a gaming convention? No. Most excited for Mario and Luigi remake next year looks cool. Seriously, I'm not even gonna have a 3DS by then. Best memory of a game, playing Mario 64 for the first time. What's my memory of a game? Rage quitting countless times. Okay, that was funny. That was pretty funny. Alright. Okay. Oh god, this is gonna be so embarrassing. This is the Marvel tag from March 30th when I knew nothing about Marvel and I'd seen like 5 of the movies. Okay, I was like so obsessed with it, but I'd only seen like 5 of the movies. Because I hadn't had a chance to see them yet. I was so like obsessed with it. So this is gonna be so embarrassing. Disclaimer, just getting into Marvel. I've only seen a handful. Results may change. Favorite Marvel movie? Thor Ragnarok so far. But I saw that one randomly at a party. Still very, very behind for the most part. That is still true. Thor Ragnarok is still my favorite Marvel movie. You guys know this. Favorite Marvel villain? Girls blogging about Loki on the internet unite. TBH, I'm new, so I don't know all the villains, nor do I like Kylo Ren in Star Wars for random perspective. Okay, I do think Kylo Ren is very interesting. I like Kylo Ren as a character. I think he's interesting. I don't like him. I don't think he's attractive or whatever. I do love Loki, but I wouldn't really consider him a villain at this point. My favorite villain is probably Hela or Killmonger. Anyway, this is not too embarrassing yet. Upcoming Marvel movie you excited for? Probably Infinity War, because I just saw Ragnarok, but I gotta catch up a ton. Not qualified to answer question 4. I don't even know what question 4 was. Question 5, Thor or Loki? I wrote that as like, Thor or Loki. If you know me, Thor isn't as bad as Jane, but that's not a high bar, honestly, Loki, but they play off each other well and keep it interesting. I gotta say, I hated like old Thor. I love new Thor. Favorite Marvel post-credit scene? Horrible memory, just Ragnarok, because I saw it and I'm hyped. Next one is X-Men. No, sorry, I know nothing. I still know nothing about X-Men. Marvel female character. I said not Jane. Probably Black Widow. Black Widow is awesome. What's the name of the girl in Ragnarok? She didn't have a name. Valkyrie. Team Iron Man or Team Cap? I said Iron Man. This was before I understood Civil War, but I like Iron Man. B. Live with an Avenger. I would live with Black Widow or Iron Man. What's my favorite Avenger? Iron Man. Still true. Favorite Marvel heroine? Why? Iron Man. Hulk, I love Thor as much as I hate him. Whatever, I'm an idiot. Now we're back. Very interesting. Alright, next question was A Star Wars tag. This could be bad. Is it compiled from the internet? Let's see if I agree with this still. Top favorite Star Wars characters: Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Jenna, so I still agree with that. Favorite droid? Probably R2-D2. Prequels or originals? Originals, but prequels aren't that bad. Favorite episode? 5, it's perfect. Episode 7, yay or nay? Yay. Top 3 Star Wars ships. Reylo. Oh my god, I was going through a Reylo phase, wasn't I? I don't ship it too much anymore. Jen and Cassie and Chewie and the Porgs. LOL, that was a joke, by the way. Light side or dark side? I was always a light side person, but that's contradictory. Sorry, I still can't get over Loki XD. Not a big Kylo fan. Sorry. And sorry to my best friend who shot first. No one first implies there was more than one shot fired. Honestly, I don't care, TBH. That is still true. That's about it. Alright, so, yep, there was that video. Next up is going to be, oh, this is the why people like Loki, why people like Loki post. There's a lot of Loki posts, just be prepared for that. I was, like, going through a huge Loki phase. This is really funny. So, yeah, I changed my username. I don't remember what my username was at the time. I kept changing my username. I think I'm, what am I now? I can't remember. I think it's still something Loki. I really haven't been on here much. Okay. Disclaimer, if you're sensitive to family dynamic, you will feel unwanted or oppressed. You're a youngish child or you've been adopted, you've been warned. It's heavy. Also, spoilers for Thor movies, duh. Oh my god. Also, I don't think I'd seen Thor 2 yet when I actually read this, so... this was March 30th. I was talking about having a pretty good childhood, given ultimate attention from my parents. People like him because he's relatable and ironically human. Thor as well, to put it quite simply, completely and utterly ridiculous, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm talking about the family dynamic, taking Hela out of the equation because she seems much older, not involved in Thor and Loki's childhood for this exercise. Thor is basically the oldest child. Anyway, we're going to talk about oldest children. It's a hard job. The oldest child has to carry responsibility of inheritance, being role model for the younger siblings, being good one who can't get in trouble. And before you say, you're an only child. My dad was an oldest child. My mom was the youngest child. So, yeah, I know stuff. The oldest child, okay, talking about responsibility and stuff. Thor's technically middle child, lol, whatever. Seriously, though, most people aren't perfect and don't have good relationships with their parents after the age of 10. Being an only child, I can both understand being oldest and youngest. I said about my parents, being oldest child isn't easy, neither is being youngest child. Arguably, being middle child is the hardest, but obviously being king of Asgard isn't easy. Thor says to Hela and Ragnarok that he would love for someone else to rule, but it can't be her for obvious reasons, yada yada. Thor's jealous of Loki's freedom at times. It's important for the younger children to remember that the jealousy goes both ways, but here's the thing, Loki's free of responsibility, parental pressure, yada yada. And Sura's youngest are only kids, usually the last out of the house, yada yada. Okay, this is dumb. Loki he didn't have pressure. He put pressure on himself because Odin was never going to pick him. Talking about my mom when she was a kid and wanting to hang out for her older sister and her friend. Okay, this was the part I liked that I actually posted on Instagram recently. I posted a screenshot. I think I texted this part to somebody and then I posted a screenshot of that text. So this is the part I actually like. Loki doesn't hate Thor. Loki idolizes Thor to death because Thor is so perfect, so great, and clearly the favorite from Loki's point of view. Loki loves Thor, but he hates himself. He wants to be like Thor because Thor is everything that Loki isn't. Strong, loyal, important, and loved. This illustrates the sad fact that a lot of people can't recognize their own potential and get stuck trying to be like their parents, their best friend, or their favorite celebrity. Alright, that was something I posted on Instagram, actually. And then reason enough to relate to him, and then I was talking about, oh, this was rough. I was talking about getting the ball dropped on me, basically. I do not want to talk about that. It's also something I don't think I should put online. I actually made a blog post about it once, but, maybe I'll read that, I don't know. So, yeah. May not be adopted, talking about get adopted people and how we relate to him and whatever, that's about it for that. So I'm going to make part 2.